How's it going, YouTube? Francisco Velasco here with another video for you guys. Today we have something different, not a blog. The Liga MX Apertura 2018 starts this Friday, so I'm gonna do a video with my predictions for all 9 games of the first week. Yeah, I'm not gonna just sit here and do them. I'm gonna film in different locations and stuff, just to keep it interesting, a bit different. And yeah, first off, we have Veracruz versus Pumas Unam this Friday to start things off in week 1. Yeah, it should be a good game. Always enjoy watching Veracruz, actually. I know a lot of people, that's a team they really don't like because of the ownership, because they think it's a bad team. And yeah, but I really enjoy them. I think it's a tough place to go play over at the Estadio Luis Pirata Fuente. I always think it's a tough place to go play. Well, it seems like it is, with the humidity. The fans are like on top of you right there. So it really seems like a very tough place to go to play. Unfortunately, the team is not that great. They really didn't do much to improve the team, and yeah, it's gonna be tough this season for them. I think they really didn't like sign anyone just because of the, there's no relegation, so they really have no worries this season. They let go of one of their best players, Daniel Villalba, to Querétaro. So Puma should have this one because they did have a lot of signings. They did add a lot of interesting players like Ignacio Malcorra, Juan Manuel Iturbe, both from Cholos, and then Carlos Gonzalez, the Necaxa striker, had a great season last season, replacing Nicolas Castillo, who's now with Benfica, Nico Castillo, and yeah, I think Pumas should be able to win this game. Also, Felipe Mora from Cruz Azul, Martin Rodriguez from Cruz Azul. Yeah, definitely think Pumas should be able to win this one. My prediction for this game is 2-1. Don't think Veracruz will go down without a fight. I do think it's going to be a very tough, a very physical game over there in El Puerto Jarocho. So yeah, that's my prediction for first game of the jornada. Alright guys, so now we crossed the border. We are in San Diego. I needed to do some stuff over here. Yeah, next game, Atlas versus Querétaro on Friday. On paper, it doesn't seem like the most exciting game. But Atlas has a decent young team. They also picked up Rifle Andrade, Andres Andrade, as well as Omar Gonzalez. They did let go some key players like Luis Reyes, Milton Caraglio. So yeah, that's going to be tough for them, definitely. Querétaro always seems like one of these teams that has a really good team, but they can't get it together, really. They have Thiago Volpi in net, which one of the best keepers in the league. Their defense isn't great, but that's not really important now because now they have Rafael Puente Jr. as a manager, so they're going to go all out attack, really. And yeah, they have some interesting players up front, like Edson Puch, Daniel Villalba, Camilo Zambeso. So yeah, should be an interesting game over there at the Estadio Jalisco. Always a tough place to play. So yeah, prediction for that game, I'm going for a 3-2. I think Querétaro will take it 3-2. Kind of a bold prediction, but with Rafael Puente Jr. over there on the bench for Querétaro, I think it will be a high-scoring game at the Jalisco. That's the prediction for that one. Alright guys, now one of the games that I'm most excited for, Cruz Azul versus Puebla at the Estadio Azteca. Cruz Azul is back at the Estadio Azteca. They have now abandoned their old home, the Estadio Azul, and now are back at the Estadio Azteca. Could be a very good move for them. There's something about the Estadio Azul, just mentally, they haven't been able to win there. And could be a good change for them, And, of course, Ricardo Peláez has done an amazing job in terms of bringing in players. You got guys like Pablo Aguilar, Elias Hernandez, Milton Caraglio, Ivan Marcone, just a bunch of new transfers. Igor Lichnowsky from Necaxa. I think that defense is going to be a force to be reckoned with Pablo Aguilar, Lichnowsky, and then Corona in net. I think it's going to be one of the best in the league. Definitely think it's going to be a very good team overall, when you look at it. And, yeah, Cruz Azul definitely looked like a team that could contend for the title this year, when you look at their team. But let's see what happens, Cruz Azul tends to fade away, or, the Cruz Azuleadas or all that stuff. But we'll see what happens with Cruz Azul. I mean, it's definitely exciting as a Liga MX fan because, Cruz Azul is one of those teams where you kind of want them to succeed, even though you kind of want them to, you kind of want, to keep on making fun of them. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see definitely how they do at the new home. against the Puebla side that's very, very good, actually, under the leadership of Enrique Mesa. Last season, in my opinion, Puebla was one of the most exciting teams to watch in the league, most attractive teams to watch in the league, with their playing style, with Enrique Mesa, possession base, nice passes, a lot of passes. And yeah, they have some decent players over there, like Francisco Acuna, Messi Acuna, as they call him. He doesn't like the nickname, but it's what they call him. Or some of the media outlets over there in Mexico, that's what they call him, Messi Acuna. And then you got a guy like Omar Fernandez, who's a similar player to Acuna, another one of these exciting, fast-paced wingers that just gives everything out on the field. Then their striker, Lucas Cavallini, was one of the best strikers in the league last season. Yeah, should be able to keep it up again. Looks very promising. Their defense isn't the best, but they play good, especially, left back Brian Angulo, Colombian. He's very, very good at going forward and tracking back. In my opinion, one of the best fullbacks in the league. Then in net, they'll have Nicolas Viconis, who's a very good goalkeeper as well, Uruguayan goalkeeper. So I think it's going to be a very tight game, a very contested match at the Estadio Azteca. I think, definitely Puebla will stay consistent. I mean, last year, if you look at Puebla, they beat Toluca. They beat America. They beat Tigres. They beat Monterrey. They're not a bad team at all, especially under the leadership of Enrique Mesa. So I feel this game will end 1-1 at the Estadio Azteca. All right, guys, now let's knock out both Monterrey teams. First off, Monterrey plays against Pachuca at the Estadio Hidalgo away from home. That should be a very intriguing matchup, one of the most enticing matchups this weekend. But yeah, Pachuca have a solid team as always, but they always seem to fail and miss out on the playoffs. It's been 3 tournaments now without the playoffs for Pachuca. New manager, Paco Ayestasaran, because Diego Alonso, he's actually now with Monterrey. So yeah, Diego Alonso failed to make the playoffs for 3 consecutive tournaments. That led to his departure. He's still a solid manager, though, and it'll be interesting to see what he can do with that Monterrey team. Pachuca do have a solid team, didn't do much in the transfer market at all. And, yeah, they lost Keisuke Honda, which is a huge blow. I mean, Honda was one of the best players last season in the Liga MX in general. And now it'll be very tough for Pachuca to create opportunities without him. Had a pretty good World Cup as well. So, yeah, Honda, huge blow to this Pachuca team, especially going forward in terms of creativity. Monterrey made just a few signings, but some huge signings. I mean, they brought in Rodolfo Pizarro. They brought in Jesus Gallardo, who was great at the World Cup, and Marcelo Barovero net, who's been one of the best goalkeepers in Liga MX over the past year and a half or so. So, yeah, great signings for Monterrey, definitely, and definitely think Rayados have the edge here, even if they are playing away from home. So, yeah, prediction for that one is Monterrey take it 2-1 for Diego Alonso's first win against his former team. Next off, Tigres, they play against León, but over there at the Estadio Universitario. So definitely think Tigres have the big edge in this game. I mean, they have to, especially they're at home. They still have a super team, players like Guignac, like Vargas, like Valencia, Aquino, Dam, Nahuel Guzman, Juninho, Hugo Ayala, who was at the World Cup. They have just an immense team, and to add to it, they now have Guido Pizarro in the midfield. I mean, this team is just amazing. Definitely, straight off the bat, one of the title favorites for sure. Especially now with Guido Pizarro in that midfield, it's just going to be amazing to see what he can do. And León, they made some interesting signings in the offseason, like William Tecillo, who's been one of the best center backs in the Colombian league over the past couple of years. Rodolfo Cota, great goalkeeper, definitely has been under the national team radar over the past couple years as well. But yeah, just nothing really going on there. I mean, they lost Elias Hernandez, which will be a huge blow to the team in terms of creativity. A bit like, Pachuca losing Keisuke Honda there. Definitely a huge blow to creativity going forward, to creating chances in the final third. They still have Mauro Boselli, who's, the staple of the team. But still, I think it's going to be tough for León to create many scoring opportunities in this game, especially against Tigres, their solid defense over there. And, yeah, but the thing is, though, León does have a decent defense now with Tecillo in there, and as well as Rodolfo Cota in net. So I feel that Tigres will have the slight 1-0 win here, but they will be the more dominant team. It'll be clear that they're the dominant team. I just feel that Cota's going to have a good day in net, and that'll play a role in the final score. All right, guys, now to the game where I'll be at this Saturday, Cholos versus Chivas. Very excited for that game. Um, Looking forward to blogging that game for you guys. You know, just the atmosphere, everything around the stadium should be good. Should be good. And yeah, but definitely think Cholos will get the easy win here. I mean, Chivas is just looking. It's not looking good. It's looking ugly for Chivas. Sorry, Chivas fans. It's just looking very, very bad for you guys. I mean, they lost Rodolfo Pizarro. They lost Rodolfo Cota. They lost Oswaldo Alanis. That defense is going to be just hard to watch, in my opinion. I just really think it's going to be tough for Chivas this season. And, yeah, especially under the leadership of Jose Cardoso. I mean, his last few jobs, if you look at them, have not been promising. Puebla, Veracruz, Chiapas, all teams that were in the relegation mix. And he didn't do a successful job. So, I mean, yeah, it's tough there for Chivas, really. And the signings they brought in are just not promising at all. Mario de Luna, Jose Carlos Van Rankin, Angel Sepulveda. I mean, just players that are average, bench players, you know, for a team like Chivas, you know. And some of those players are going to end up starting, which is worrying, definitely. And Cholos, they did lose some key players like Pablo Aguilar, like Gustavo Bo, like Damian Perez. But they did bring some decent players as well, like Julian Velasquez. Eddie Cubo Torres has looked decent so far. I mean, not the most exciting signing, but Eddie Castillo, though, on the other hand, is a very exciting signing. Ecuadorian forward, has looked very good in training, has looked very good in the preseason game so far. Cholos will not have Miller Bolaños because of a 2-game ban from dating back to the semifinals of last season. So, yeah, they won't have Miller Bolaños. But, you know, I think Eddie Castillo could do a good job if he does get the start here. They still have a guy like Juan Martin Lucero up front. Ibran Lahoud, who's one of the best goalkeepers last season. And, yeah, I feel like Cholos will be able to take this game, especially on the new turf, on the new synthetic turf at the Estadio Caliente. So my prediction for that game is Cholos taking it 2-0. All right, guys, so final 3 games would just be quick hits. Toluca Morelia should be pretty interesting. Both teams seem like very similar teams, like they could make the playoffs, but just don't think they'll make much of an impact this season. Final prediction for that one is 2-2. Then we got Santos Lobos mismatched completely. I think Santos will have no problem taking this game. They did lose some key players like Nestor Araujo, Carlos Izquierdo, Giannini Tavares, but they brought in some good replacements like Martin Nervo, like Eduardo Herrera. It'll be interesting to see what he can do. But they still have good players, you know, like Julio Furch and Jonathan Rodriguez. It'll be interesting to see what Lobos WAP do over there with Paco Palencia and you know, Colin Chasm Richards. A very interesting signing over there for Lobos. But I do think Santos will take this game 3-1. And then final game of the Jornada, Necaxa versus America, should be interesting. Necaxa, I think, have a decent team, especially with Marcelo Micheleaño, a young manager, 31 years old. America, I don't think they did enough in the transfer window. I think that's going to end 1-1 over there in Aguascalientes. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe.